Hi and welcome to Excel online shopping system. So let me show you how this beautiful tutorial works. If I click on that, just enter, let's say Dean Kings, okay, and email address deank@gmail.com. let's take that in here, and phone number, that should be the phone number. Okay, alright, that's the phone number, and here we just need to enter how many bottles of white wine and red wine required. So let's say that's 8, and here we have 7 in there. So all we need to now do is just click on calculate. You can see the system populates the whole of the other component. Now there's one more thing. We have what I refer to as a shopping basket. That is the shopping basket right there. Okay, if I click on the basket, add to basket right here, so you take note of those names, email address and so on, telephone number. If you click on add to basket, that is what happens. As you can see, the name and so on, everything is in there. So let's reset and just have a go at it one more time. Okay, the reset button does not work for this, but that can easily be taken care of. Let's say we have Felix there. Felix Isa. Okay, or let's just say Isa. Alright, so now his phone number is as follows, and we now have a customer's phone number there. Let's say eu_asa@yahoo.co.uk. Alright, so we can just assume he's gone for maybe 7 there, 9 here, and just click on, let's click on calculate, and that's what you get. Okay, and let's just add it to the shopping basket there. Okay, but let's go straight into Excel development environment now. Hi, in this Excel tutorial I'm going to use Visual Basic application to develop an online ordering system. So I will start by clicking on my developer tab right here, select Visual Basic right there, and select user form. Select the property and then just change the following width to 1000 by 1020. Then the height, let's change the height to 500. Okay, that's done. Then the next thing I intend to do is to select a frame. Got my frame there. Okay, that's my frame. I will then change the back color to black. Okay, this very frame, maybe just copy it across. Yep, make that too. Okay, that's fine. Now change the caption of the frame to order setup. Okay, that's the order setup for my customer. The second frame, I'm going to change that to order details, and I think I might as well go for one more frame. This last frame, let's call that order summary there. Okay, let's close this and put some finishing touches to this. For this very first one, just extend it about that. I think we might need a heading. Okay, change this about that, and this to be about that. Yeah, that's good enough. Then the next thing I will do now is let me add labels and change the font size of this very label to maybe something a little bit readable. Let's first of all enter customers details in there, that's the name, and change the font size to maybe 24, make that bold. Okay, customer name, yeah, that's fine, and just copy it across. And the next one will be customers phone number, customers phone, and maybe one more, customers email. We need more, let's copy 3 more right there. Okay, this will be, maybe we might as well just copy more of it, and one more, undo that. I need 3 more, copy, that's fine. And here I'll change this to the date of order. Let's say date of order. Then this might be time of order, time of order, and this will be customers reference number there. For this very first one, let me change that to, let's change the name of that to LBL date, and the text content in there, let's get rid of that. This will become LBL time, and get rid of the text content in there. And here we have LBL reference, change that to LBL ref number. Now we need a button. Let's get one button there to check if it works. Okay, now double click on this very button and just enter LBL date dot caption equals date. Then we have LBL time dot caption equals time, and LBL ref number dot caption equals, let's say, evaluate, a bracket, open a bracket, and let's say run number, run between 1000, okay, and let's go for maybe 65,000 plus. Okay, that should generate the random numbers. Okay, if I, as a bracket, close the bracket, if I choose to, let's just run it and see what will happen. If I run it now, I can always click on this. Okay, I think the spelling is wrong there. That's supposed to be, there's supposed to be a U there somewhere. Yeah, a little U here, sorry. Okay, hopefully that's taken care of. Let's run it again. Alright, we'll get the date and we'll get our reference number right there. Okay, now let's move on. Let's select all of these and just reduce it a bit and move it down a little bit more. Move this a little bit more here. I'm doing that. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Let's copy one more. I'm just going to copy that, place it up there, change the back color of that very object. Let's change that to black as well, and the font color, I'm going to change that to white. And then the text content will be, let's just call it ordering system, or maybe online ordering systems. Okay, now let's change the font size of that very online ordering system. Let's change the font size to something a little bit larger there. Now this one, let's just move them down a little bit, move this down a little bit more, and enlarge this. Now we need the systems to show. Okay, this is how it's looking right now. So the next thing I'll do is let me get a text box in there. There's one text box here for the name, and just copy that across, and one more. Have my text box in place. If I run my system now, this is how it's looking. You see that? And if I click on this, you get those information there. Okay, one other thing we need to do is, if you look at this form, it's nowhere aligned. Let me take care of that. Make sure the form is selected. Go to the property, and where it says top, look at the top right there. I'm just going to change that to -1. So that is fine. -1. If I run my system again, this is what you guys can. You see that it's gone up a little bit. Okay, so let's continue with the rest development. You see the labels I have in there. It doesn't look like there's anything there. Let's make it look a little bit like a text box. So let's select all of those labels. Let's click on property right there. Let's see if there's anything that says appearance. No, there's nothing like that. So let's use border style. But that's the border style. Maybe change the color, the back color to white. There, if I run it now, okay, you see how it looks. It looks a little bit similar to the text box over there. So the next thing we need to do now is to add some text box here. Let's do that now. We need a couple of text box, and this one, first, one thing first, let's increase the font size of that. That is it. Let's increase that to something a little bit readable. Okay, 24. And change the caption. Let's change the caption to maybe calculate. Alright. And we also need maybe 2 more, and these will be exit. Why these will be known as reset. In the case of the exit, double click on that and just enter unload me. That's the exit taken care of. Now reset, let's give this one's names first before we take care of the reset button. So LB, that'll be txt name, then this one be txt telephone, and this is txt email there. So now double click here and just enter as follows: txt name dot text equals clear, txt phone dot text clear, and we have txt email dot text clear that, then lbl date dot caption equals clear, lbl time dot caption equals clear, and we also have lbl ref number dot caption equals clear. So all of the components on board can be cleared with this very button. So if I click on calculate, we enter name in there. Let's say the name is Johnny Parker. Okay, then the telephone number and email address jp at maybe hotmail.com. Alright, so we can always click on this and just reset, get rid of it. Let's see the exit works as well. Alright, so the next thing we should do now is as follows. Just to speed up the system, let's move these ones aside. We may have to reduce this very component, but let's see how it goes. We need as follows: we need a text box, we need a couple of text box. That's one here, we need another one here, and one more here. Then we also need some labels, maybe just 3 of those we do. Okay, we're gonna need some labels as well. Let's get a label there. Just reduce the size of this label. We have item order there, so we may have to change the font size of this. Let's change the font size to 18. So that would be the title of that. Move this down, and we need some more. Move this away. Let's move this up here or down, whatever. Okay, now we need 2 more. Okay, now change the name of this to maybe subtotal, and this will be unit price, while this will be known as quantity. So we need a couple of these. We need more of these actually. Okay, this is how the interface is looking right now. Let me just run it so that you guys can see. That's how it's looking right now. And here I have an indicator right here, though you can't see it now. Alright, so what I intend to do now is to take care of the programming part of it. You can see the date is now fully appearing there, so maybe we extend this a little bit more. Okay, let's do that now. Might as well just extend it all. Okay, let's give it a try again. Okay, the date is fine. Now we now need all of these quantity multiplied by unit price to get this subtotal. So we come down right here. There's a label here. Let me just show that to you. So right here, that's txt quantity 1. All of the components here are all text box. and the component here is just labels. These are all labels here. We double click on this very button there, double click on it and just enter as follows. Let's find out the name of this component first, so maybe give it a name. Let's see, is there a name for it? There's no name for it. Let's just call it LBL in indicator. Okay, LBL indicator, that's fine. And that will be the end of tutorial 1. See you guys in tutorial 2.